Hi ladies, how are you doing today? I hope you are good. So this is actually the first live I'm doing in here in a couple of weeks because it's been a crazy month, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm so excited to be back. And today, basically this past week, it's come up in my network so many times that people want to know what's the best platform to build a quiz on, what software should you use, how to do it, and so on. So I actually built my quiz. It's how are you ready to build a passive income funnel? I actually built that on ManyChat. So today I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. So I'm going to share my screen right away. If you're watching live, say hello. I would love to hear from you. I'm on StreamYard, so I've got limited view of what's going on here. And if you're watching on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let's just add my screen. So hopefully you can see my screen over there. And this is ManyChat basically. This is my demo account. So there's nothing in here apart from my challenge masterclass and lead magnet funnel templates. And I'm going to do it on here. And you can do this to an extent on the free version. It's best to have the paid version, but you can you can do so much on the free version, so you can have a play around with it. I can leave you a link to do that on if you want, but I'm just going to go straight into it now. So on this menu, just to give you a little look around. So first of all, the things you can use ManyChat with, you can see here, Instagram, Messenger, text messages, email, WhatsApp, and Telegram. So you can create entire funnels on these platforms directly from this platform. And, they can all connect with each other, depending on, which platform it is and what the rules are and so on. There are quite a few rules to take into account. You can run like Facebook ads from here. But again, if you're in Europe or, the UK, it's a little bit complicated. You're a bit restricted and you can't see your stats and stuff. But if you're not, and no one in your page is in the UK or the EEA, then it's okay to use. You can send out broadcasts. You can't do that on Instagram, just on Facebook. You've got like live chat. Growth tools are things you can use to actually help grow. So like, when you set it up so that when people comment on your posts and stuff, then obviously you've got contacts. No one's in here but my team. And yeah, home, they've got some little bits you can check out as well if you don't know how to use it. And then automations, this is what we're going to be looking at today. So I'm just going to show you how you can build an awesome quiz from scratch. And it's so easy. I mean, you can make it as complicated as you want, but we're just going to keep it really, really simple. So these are called flows. A flow is an automation. It's how, how things flow. So you go in, you obviously choose what platform you're going to be doing it on. I'm going to choose Messenger. And so, yeah, let's just say that we're just doing the quiz. So like, hey, and you can add first names. You see the little curly bracket, or you can like click this little button here and it brings up the things we know about your people. Now on Instagram, it's not as simple as that because most people don't have a first name set on Instagram because they only actually added that field recently in the grand scheme of things. But you can write first name, and in case you don't know if they've got a first name, you can just put there in the fallback. So it's like, hey there. And what I like to do is rather than like start it with the first question, I'd be like welcome to my quiz, tap below to get started. And then obviously you can add emojis, like jazz it up and stuff. And the reason I do this is because I want them to actually like really engage with my bot. I want them, because as soon as they've engaged with it, not by clicking a link, but actually doing something in a message, it opens what's called a 24-hour window, which means you've got 24 hours to contact them about anything without breaking any rules, and the idea is to keep them engaging so that you can keep contacting them. Obviously you can get them to opt in and then you can contact them outside 24 hours, but at this stage, you just want them to engage with your bot. So you've got two things, buttons and quick replies. This, when quick replies get clicked, they disappear. But when buttons get clicked, they stay there forever. So people can click it a lot of times. So I'm just going to do a quick reply and I'm going to write, get started. And then when they click it, it's going to start a new message here. And you can, like, great. Question 1, and whatever your questions can be. So, question 1, do you like cats, for example? And then, I'm being very unnecessary here, by the way. Do you like cats? It can be about anything, obviously. And then what you want to do is you want your quick replies to be answers. So it's not like they're typing in an answer, but they're going to choose an answer from here. So hell yeah. But when I stream and share my screen at the same time, it gets really slow. Oh, hey, I don't know who's watching this. I've literally just been thinking about creating a quiz. I'm telling you, everyone's thinking about it right now. So I wanted to jump in and show you this. So hell yeah, they're okay, I guess. Be careful, you're only allowed a certain amount of letters in these. And I don't know, like not for me. And the way we do it when we do it this way is depending on what answer they select, you're going to give them a score. So like, you know, you could say, if they say yeah, you give them 1 point. If they say like a middle option, you don't give them any points. And if they say something negative, you like take away 1 point basically. So you could do it otherwise, you know, you could do it like 1, 2, 3. You need to do this on paper before you do it. You need to work it down on paper. You need to add up the scores you're going to give people per each answer. It's not that hard to do. Just keep it simple. Use normal numbers and all that stuff. So I'll just show you. So if they click hell yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go actions, and I'm going to create what's called a custom field. And just bear with me here, and you can copy this. And I'm just going to call it demo, so I can delete it later. Demo quiz score. I just hit enter there, and the type is it's going to be a number, and that's it. I'm just going to press create. So now the custom field I'm going to use is going to be my new demo one. And then what we're going to do is instead of setting the number to, you can do increase the number by. So I'm going to say I'm going to increase the number by 3 if they do that one. And then to save time, I'm just going to duplicate this twice, because then you don't have to keep, you know, finding fields and options and stuff. So you can duplicate messages. It's a massive time saver. And then I'm just going to change the score in here. So I'm just going to change that to say by, hopefully I don't lose you guys because it's going a little bit slow here. I might have to continue offline if it doesn't. Hang on, just turn that little fan on. Okay, come on. Okay. And then that one can increase by 1. Okay, I think it seems to be okay now. And then we just gone, if you press this magic wand at any time, it tidies it all up. So, you know, so it's not all overlapping and stuff. So they'll get 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. And hopefully by now you can see where this is going. So we're going to send another message and say, you know, great, or thanks, or something like that. Question 2, and then you add question 2. Oh, it's not, it's definitely not playing ball now. Come on, you can do it. It is quite hot as well, and it's hot makes it overheat. Okay, anyway, and then what you do is obviously you link them. You don't have like multiple questions going on. You link them to the same ones. So then once you've got all your questions in and you've done all that, you can do as many as you want. And I'll show you what my completed one looks like, but it might look a little bit scary because I've added loads of like extra conditions and stuff. But at the end, what you do is you go condition, you check a condition, and let's just say you've added them up, and all the winners have to have had like at least 9 points, 3 to 6 points is middle, and less than 3 points is like the losers or whatever. So basically you check that you do add this condition, and then it's going to be a custom field. In fact, I think you can just find it in here. So I'm just going to write demo. So demo quiz score. And I'm just going to say if it's greater than or equal to 3, then they get the winner message. And it's not winners or losers, it's different types, you know. So obviously this only works if you can actually scale the answers between, is it gonna work? You know, if you can actually do it on a score. Just wait for that to little catch up a bit. And then if it's not, check another condition, and then you would say you know, you would add another condition. So you'd say if it's between, if it's less than this, but more than that, you know, you just have to do it based on how you've actually scored it. So I'll just say, then they would get the second one. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know. And I know the majority of you are going to watch this on replay because it's like school run time in the UK. It's the middle of the night in the US. And it's probably about getting to dinner time in Australia. So yeah. And so on. But then what you can actually do, and this is what I do, is before you give them their score, you ask them for their email address, and until they give you their email address, you won't give them it. So it's like, thanks so much. And you have to be on the pro version for this bit. So, I mean, there's free ways of doing stuff, like adding things to Google Sheets and like hoping it's right. But obviously, like with this tool, it checks to see if they're actually giving you a valid email address in the right format and stuff. And it just makes it completely automated. Just give that a chance to catch up. So in here, the reply type will be email, and then you can set it so that it actually connects with your email marketing software. So in here, they've got built-in ActiveCampaign, MailChimp. Then obviously you can use Zapier if you're using something else. So enter your email below and I will send your results straight to you. Then this bit's important. It has to be, so when they actions on reply, so when they reply, you can then, okay, so you can then, you know, add them to ActiveCampaign, you can add them to Google Sheets, you can do like Zapier, you can do all that kind of stuff. But only when they answer and give you their email address will it then go to that condition. So they're not actually going to receive any answers until they've done that. And then, so that's like your basic outline. And that's all you need for it to function. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. Literally that simple. You can jazz it up. You can add GIFs. You can add images. I'll just show you that. So inside any message, you can just add like an image, and GIFs go inside images too. GIFs are always fun. And you can just drag it using these little arrows to the top. You know, if you've got a GIF from giphy.com, you can just add the URL to it here and it will work. But then if you wanted to like then make it better and make it more foolproof so that people can't fall out of your funnel, you can use something like this. If contact has not responded. So if we look at that, it's going to say like 23 hours, I think, which to me is like way too close to that 24-hour window I told you about. But scroll down here. So look, if contact has not responded, I would change that to in 1 hour. Just wait for the wait for that delay. Here we go. So in like 1 hour. So if they've not given you your email address in 1 hour, and you can also write a message if they give you the wrong email address and stuff, then you can just send them a message saying, hey, your quiz results are waiting for you. Hey, your quiz results are waiting for you. Below to continue. And then you can add like a quick reply saying continue and so on. So it's being really, really slow now. So it's getting a bit difficult to really show you guys because it's, I don't want this to be a really long demo, but hopefully you get the gist. Let me know, try it. I mean, try it first on the free version and see how you like it. Do you know what I mean? Come on. And then obviously when you're ready, you can upgrade it so you get the actual like lead generation things and so on. But I'm pretty sure Google Sheets is on the free one. So, you know, you can even integrate it with that for free. And then you would just send this up here. One thing I'm going to say, and you send them back to this one to add their email address, I mean. So one thing I'm going to say though, be careful about this because it can cause them to go around in a loop. So what I then do at this point is I add a tag to say that they've been reminded to add their email address. So here at the top, I'm going to add a tag. I'm going to call it demo reminded to add email. This just makes it foolproof because you do not want people getting the same messages over and over again, because it's gonna get you in trouble with Facebook. It's gonna really annoy people, and you just don't want that to happen. Just wait for that to do it. So, and then yeah, and then what we're gonna do is, before we actually get here, and this might be a little bit confusing, so just bear with me. We're going to add a condition. We're going to check to see if they have that tag, and if they have the tag, they're not going to get the message, which means they've already been around it once. So we're only going to follow up with them once. It's just important to do it for user experience, for all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do tag isn't, and I'm going to add my demo one. So as long as the tag isn't that demo one, we're going to continue. We're going to add. In fact, no, sorry, I'm going to actually put this here before they get sent that message. It will make sense in a second, I hope. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy that up with the magic wand. And that, but like I said, this is like extra. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do the reminders. And I think the trick here is just to build on it as you go. So like other things I do is at the beginning, if they don't click get started, I wait an hour and then I remind them to do it. Or after every single question, I've got a message that says, I need help, because mine's more about funnels, so people might need help. I need help. And I've also added an end quiz button and a restart quiz button. So that does get complex when you start doing that, because you end up with all these conditions everywhere and it starts looking like like Spaghetti Junction. But yeah, that's basically it. And that's how easy it is to actually do a quiz. And then obviously once they've signed up, you add them to your email. What I do is, depending on the score they get, I send that score to ActiveCampaign, and then the score that goes sent through to ActiveCampaign determines what email they get as well. But you can also send emails directly from here too. You don't even need email marketing software to do that. So just quickly before I go, because it's going to be time to go get my little one in 8 minutes, I will just show you what my completed one looks like. I know it's not in this account. Bear with me. Yeah, it might not be. Yeah, I might be asking just a little bit too much of it there. So I'm just, if it loads in the next 2 seconds, I'll do it and I'll share my screen again. But otherwise, it's all good. So I hope that's helped you guys. Do let me know, try it out, and you know, tell me if you do it. Even send your links and so on. Yeah, it's not working. So my laptop's just having a little bit of hi, who's watching, and my laptop's just having a bit of a seizure at the moment. So it's not going to let me finish doing it because it's overheating. But what I need to still show you is just how to actually create your link to share it from there. But you do it at the very start of the trigger. So let's see what's going to work. No, I don't think it's going to work. So is it going to work? All right, sorry guys, just bear with me because there we go. PIFQ. And as soon as that loads, I'll share my screen again. Okay, it's not having it. What I'll do is I'll just do a quick little loom. and add it on. It's just live streaming, and this heat that we've got at the moment is just not a good combination. And my Ethernet cable broke the other day, so I've not actually got an Ethernet cable. It's just using Wi-Fi at the moment, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, it might be working. So I just want to show you that you get a unique URL that you actually share with people. So it's not like, you know, they can go into this by doing a lot of things. So on my one, this is actually my real quiz in my real account now. So just to show you that, it's a massive quiz, so it is going to take a little while to load. But this is triggered basically. If anyone ever comments on my Facebook page or on my Instagram page with the word quiz, it's going to send them this. If someone sends me a DM with the word quiz, it's going to send them this. And if they click on this, if I've got this link somewhere, like I've got it in my like email signature. Look, there you go, it's loading now. I've got it in my email signature. I've got it in loads of the places. And if people click on that link, it's going to load the quiz as well. So you can use it the same as your website, you know, like how you share a website link. And if it lets me zoom in, then I'll just show you. So this, at the very beginning of your automation, in this little box with the lightning thing, this is what triggers it. So you can see mine's got all of these. So it's got like a messenger opt-in. I've got it in my welcome flow, in my email, in my menu when people go into my bot. I've got it from my freebies flow. I've got it from another flow. I've got it in this one. I've got this. Oh, my keyword's disabled for some reason. It shouldn't be disabled, but it is. And when people click the link. So you can do that. So you just click trigger here, and you just choose what kind of trigger you want, depending on what platform you want, depending on if you want a link, a comment, and so on. And then you can create it from there. I don't think it's going to load. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so look, when people click a Facebook ad or your post, sends a message and all that kind of stuff. It does get a little bit complicated with comments and stuff because there's certain rules you need to keep. But I would just say keep it simple. Just get yourself this one, user clicks a referral link, URL. And then it will create a link and you can edit. You can edit the actual end of the link there. I don't know if you can see that where it says passive income funnel quiz. Here where it says custom ref parameters, you can put your URL in there and that's it. You can then share that around social media and people go into your quiz, you're generating leads and it's fun. So let me know how you get on. My apologies about the disruption earlier with the with this. And I hope it helps. Let me know. All right, so I'm going to go get my son from nursery and then it is Friday. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend wherever you're based and I will see you guys soon. All right, much love.